Hi students, this is Mrs. T and I'm your sociology or cultural geography teacher. I'm teaching both of those classes this semester, and even though this syllabus that I have behind me on the screen says Intro to Sociology, this video is for sociology students and cultural geography students. I'm going to go over the general schedule and policies of the syllabus, which is the same for either class. The only thing different for the sociology class and the geography class are what it says up here at the top, and of course the textbook and the course description that's listed. So I've got a picture of the cultural geography textbook cover to show y'all, so I'm not leaving you out. Cultural geography is part of this video also. So this is your syllabus video. You need to watch this in order to be able to answer some of the questions on the opening quiz that we're going to do week 1. And let me say that this syllabus is for classes that are called high flex classes. They're not really hybrid classes. They're not really online classes. They aren't really face-to-face classes. They're high flex, which means any of those options that I just mentioned, face-to-face, hybrid, or entirely online, any and all of those options are available to you if you're enrolled in this class with me. So I'm going to be present on campus for my class schedule that you can see here on the syllabus is listed right there. All of the classes that I'm teaching, a geography class and 4 sociology classes. You can see the room number where it is at the South Campus in room 231, and there's the day and time. And all of my office hours are going to be, unless we make other arrangements together, unless you and I decide on a different schedule that fits you better, if you need face-to-face office hours, 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after classes every day are going to be my office hours, so to speak. Okay, but by now, if you're watching this video, you already have seen my personal cell phone number in Blackboard, and hopefully you've texted me to introduce yourself so that I can save your contacts and you can save my contact and we can communicate that way. If you don't have a cell phone, that's fine. You can email me or show up in class and we'll find some other kind of way to communicate remotely if we need to over the course of the semester. So I want to accommodate anybody and everybody in all of the ways that you need accommodation. Okay, so that's my class schedule. There's my office hours. Here's all the other vitals about me where you can find me during the week. All of these classes are high flex, as it says right there. Now, these 2 parts right here are specific to sociology class, but on your cultural geography syllabus, which is available for you in Blackboard, you'll see the cultural geography course description and the course material for cultural geography, which is this human geography textbook, 12th edition. However, do you see how I have this in bold on this syllabus here, that any recent edition is fine? I'm the same way with this cultural geography book. If you have the 10th or 11th edition, even though this is the 12th, it's going to be fine with me. And you do not need, for sociology or cultural geography, face-to-face or online, you do not need to purchase or rent a copy of the textbook that gives you online access to the textbook publisher. You don't need that for my class. You can get it if you want to, because it has great things like flashcards and practice quizzes and stuff like that, but I don't require any of those things. So you get whatever access to a recent edition of the textbook is. That would be only maybe like 2 editions back. So we're on the 12th edition. Let me see. Yeah, this Diana Kendall book, Sociology in Our Times, The Essentials, that's a kind of a condensed version of the textbook, is the 12th edition also. If you have a 10th or 11th edition, it's going to work just fine. Page numbers might be a little bit off, but all you got to do is text me and say, hey, I got the 10th edition. What pages, correspond to the reading assignment? Because it doesn't seem to mesh up with what you said. So I'll work with you on that. Oh. My phone's not on silent. Sorry for that ringing. I'll just let it ring. Anyway, so I have some very general stuff on this syllabus because it goes on every single syllabus in every class. You've got the mission statement of PTC. Wow, that's a long ringer on my phone. Sorry about that. You've got the general mission of UAPTC. You've got institutional learning outcomes, which means we expect students to be able to achieve at least some of these outcomes as they go through each of our degree plans, feed into some of those outcomes. So that's how much richer your life will be, or how enriched you will be in your life experience when you leave PTC through all of the experiences in your class and in your co-curricular activities and those kinds of things. This class, sociology and cultural geography, we are part of what's called the general education core of courses. You might be in the culinary school, you might be in welding, you might be in a lot of different programs and need sociology for your degree plan or cultural geography for your degree plan, but those two classes are kind of housed under general education. So we will be focused on some of these, like analyze critically and communicate effectively, synthesize concepts, that kind of thing in our classes. Also, specifically to our class, you will see me refer to, whether you're in cultural geography or whether you're in sociology, there's student learning outcomes on your syllabus. And you'll see me refer to the CLO's course learning outcomes, SLO's student learning outcomes, number 1, 2, 3, 4, however many learning outcomes there are. You'll see me refer to those in the reading assignments, in the quizzes, the tests, the projects that we do. You'll see those. So in other words, every single thing that we do in class, every single week, every single day that we meet, every single assignment is linked to what you're supposed to be able to do when you get out of this class at the end of the semester. There's no busy work or anything. I mean, not that anybody gives busy work any place across UAPTC, but definitely not in my class. You will not see any busy work. It's all going to be directed, specifically pinpointed at one or a combination of these student learning outcomes. Okay, and so again, these are the student learning outcomes for sociology, and you will see on the cultural geography syllabus the student learning outcomes, and it's exactly the same. Everything I'm saying to you right now is for cultural geography or sociology. Okay, this next section on everybody's syllabus is specific wording that you'll find everywhere across PTC about campus safety, the special measures that we have in place because of these crazy pandemic times that we're experiencing right now. How are we going to manage risk? And then also some specific things that stay a part of our syllabus across the long haul. Hopefully this COVID-19 stuff won't be part of our syllabus forever. But anyway, the stuff that we have to always do with respect and discipline, with safety, your resources that you have if you want to report. Don't forget to report a compliment. Nobody ever reports compliments, do they? But you can click on this link and report a compliment also, or any concern or complaint. And also attendance policies. This one is a specific thing that has to go on the syllabus, but let me remind you, we have a special format for our class. It's called High Flex. So if you cannot attend if you want to attend face-to-face, you can. If you don't want to attend face-to-face and want to do it online, you can. But if you only want to attend sometimes during face-to-face classes, then that's fine in this high flex class. I do have to take attendance the first couple of weeks of class, but the way I'm going to take attendance in a high flex class is through text messaging and just contact with you. And I'm just going to like check you off as, yep, that person attended if you sent me a text, you know, and did that. And also the first quiz that all of you are going to take in Blackboard, whether you're online or face-to-face, that's another way I'm going to count attendance, is completing that first quiz on time. So don't worry, all of these things are standard. Let me see, let me fix the spacing on this right here. There we go, it should start down there. Okay, so specifically my courses have some rules that apply, and this one is going to be a big one. I've always had some version of this rule on my syllabus every semester, but it's never been more important than now. We're going to have some safety measures in place with social distancing, wearing masks, wearing face shields, wearing whatever it is that we need to do, standing behind plexiglass. You've seen it out in public when you go to the DMV to get your driver's license renewed, or even at Kroger, you've got those plexiglass things that you stand behind. So those are the kinds of things that we're going to do to try to keep healthy people healthy. But if you have the sniffles, even the sniffles, if your stomach feels a little bit uneasy, if you've got a rash on your hand and you want to not come to class, please don't, because you have that high flex option, and everything that we do in class is always going to be recorded and provided to you online. So you never have to miss a class, because you can actually attend through the YouTube videos that I'm going to post for you, just like this one that's going over the syllabus. So let me see, I want to keep this short. I'm running out of time. I want to keep it under 15 minutes. So let me just tell you that this grading policy is standard for every single class, where 90 to 100 is an A, etc. In this class and in cultural geography, we have 600 points. You're going to take 2 tests, a midterm and a final. We're going to take them, guess what, at midterm and during finals week, right? We're not going to get creative on that schedule. And you don't make up any tests. If you miss your midterm, then and there's no reason to, because you're going to have a good 5-day period. You know, it's going to be online and you're going to have 5 days to do it. And so anyway, if you miss it though, you won't make it up. You're going to just take your final and it'll count twice. We're going to have 4 current event social issue projects that go along with our learning outcomes. Every unit, we're going to do one of these projects. They're 50 points each for 200 points. And you're going to have weekly reaction papers. I have weekly in quotes there, because I'm going to give you a rundown of what that actually means in another short YouTube video. And then every week we're going to have a chapter quiz. Only 10 of them are going to count, so we're going to end up with like 14 quizzes, something like that. But you'll only need to take 10 in order to you know, complete your requirement. If you want to take more than 10, then your 10 highest scores will count, that kind of thing. So that's how it's going to be arranged, whether it's sociology or cultural geography. That's what our schedule is going to be. Very, very predictable. And hopefully it'll be something you can get accustomed to and just fit it into your calendar between now and Christmas, or fall break, when we have Thanksgiving, and then 2 weeks, I think, 2.5 weeks after Thanksgiving, when we come back before we break for Christmas. So do all of your own work. You have these short papers that I mentioned earlier. I'm going to give you a rundown of that in another video. Please make it be your own words. Please quote stuff when you're quoting from somebody else. Don't cheat on your tests and stuff. Do it yourself, and everything will be great. I want to see that fabulous brain of yours at work. I don't want to see you just repeating somebody else's work and trying to pass it off as your own. Don't do that. That's not good. Okay, so those are the policies regarding that. If you need any kind of course accommodation to make you successful in this class, please let me know. Just give me your accommodation letter, and you can count on me to be your advocate in that. Here's some helpful information if you need to report any wrongdoing. Hopefully that will never happen, but Michelle Anderson is a wonderful resource. She's a great woman to know. She's the Director of Student Life and Leadership, and there's her information. Again, some more standard statements for the syllabus and a tentative course schedule. Now, on the cultural geography syllabus, excuse me, got a little tongue-tied there. On the cultural geography syllabus, the units are broken down a little bit differently with different chapters. These chapters go along with the sociology textbook. So look at your cultural geography syllabus if you're my cultural geography student, and you'll see the units broken down a little differently than this, but every week you should expect a quiz opportunity. Every week you should expect a reaction paper opportunity. At midterm, you should expect a midterm test. At finals week, you should expect a final exam. And so that's how it works in my classes. And I love what I do. I love teaching. I love interacting with you. I love having you in my life. So please keep my phone number and text me often so that we can grow and learn together. I always learn just as much from my students as I hope you learn from me. So don't be a stranger, and I will see you in the classroom or on YouTube. Bye.